I think we live in a new innovative generation of animated shows. I say this in which there are so many different kinds of shows, films, and viral media that exist nowadays, an era in which certain animated shows can get popular and gain a following, as long as their companies let them. But other than that, Geendy Travoksky. He is a legendary name in the animation industry who has created Dexter's Laboratory, Samurai Jack, Symbionic Titan, the first 3 Hotel Transylvania films, literally, Primal, and probably a couple that I haven't even mentioned. But Geendy Travoksky is the definition of a master at their craft that has made some of the most iconic shows maybe ever. Going off topic for a second, let me say this again. This is a great era, sort of, for animated shows. There has been so many good shows that came over the radar, or in this case, under the radar. This year especially, I think there has been a few good shows that actually did drop. Like in the beginning of the year with Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur, which I really like, by the way, and others that came as the year passed. So as of now, I'm going to review a few of the shows that actually came out this year. One of them being Geendy Travoksky's new show, Unicorn Warriors Eternal. Unicorn Warriors Eternal is a very interesting show with a surprisingly complex plot. The show follows a team of warriors in which they consist of Melinda, Sang, and Eldred, in which these warriors protect the world from dark forces. They fight this dark evil pretty much every century within a resurrection. Something then happens in which these warriors are then accidentally reawakened kind of early in new bodies that are different from the ones that they inherited in the past. With distorted memories and their magical abilities weakened and fragmented, the trio must work together, with help from their steam-powered robot, Copernicus, to unravel the mysteries of their pasts and presents that will reveal their path to defeating a timeless threat. That is a plot. With that said, this show is kind of confusing in the beginning, but it starts to make sense as it goes. I really admire shows that have that kind of non-linear storytelling to it, but that is when done well. Like those kinds of TV shows that don't reveal like everything at first, and they have kind of the audience guessing and questioning all the way through. Within the terms of the plot, I think it is executed pretty well throughout the entire season, as we focus on these new characters, which I think are kind of teenagers. I'm not totally sure. Like Emma, a young woman that is about to get married, but has her special day ruined by a spirit of a past life taking over her soul. And her main conflict of the entire season is to figure out this whole split personality that she has with her previous host, Melinda, and also to figure out the whole amnesia thing. Eldred tries to figure out his identity also, but he also remembers the love that he had with Melinda, in which Melinda, in this case, is a completely different person. And also, one factor of the plot focuses on Sang, who is now the host of this young British boy, in which this boy, aka Sang, pretty much has the powers of a celestial. There is an interesting dynamic that happens with each one of these 3 characters, alongside the robot Copernicus, who I think is super cool, by the way. Other than that stuff, the action is pretty well done, the writing is pretty good, there are interesting twists and turns, there are also some interesting character backstories that are shown in certain episodes, and overall, it connects to a pretty interesting and original concept brought to life. One thing that is amazing more than anything is the animation. The style of this show calls back to pretty much the golden age of animation in some way, akin to the works of Max Fletcher or Chuck Jones. It looks really well done, and it really stands out from other animated shows now. It is a visual treat to see. I love the colors and dynamic moments within the action scenes, and even some emotional scenes. This show definitely feels mature and complex, which in this case, this show was about to go on Cartoon Network, but was put into Adult Swim, for whatever reason. On Adult Swim. I swear, if Courage the Cowardly Dog came out today, it would have been dropped on Adult Swim or something like that. But I'm going off topic. In terms of any issues that I had with the show, the only flaws that really bothered me is that within the story unfolding as the season progresses, there are times in which events or just information just occurs out of the blue. Like one character saying a very massive kind of crucial character moment that is really just kind of casually said in some way. If you've seen the show, I think you'll know what I'm talking about. What I mean by this is that the plot is kind of uneven at times, but it's really not a massive issue. This other flaw is probably based on something that's really just for me, but I found one character to just be kind of annoying, and this one character provided this really weird rivalry with Eldred. that is pretty much over Melinda slash Emma.
She is Melinda.
She is Emma Fairfax, my fiancée, my life.
Not anymore.
Kind of like this rivalry, love triangle kind of thing that I thought was just a little annoying in some way. But later on, this one character went through some development, which made him a little less annoying, but really, I hope in the next season, he's really just better written, or there is just something more of his character to latch onto. I'm also being pretty vague, I don't really want to spoil anything. But other than that, I thought the first season of Unicorn Warriors Eternal was a beautiful visual treat that has lore and potential to make many seasons out of.
This show excels within its animation style, while the story and characters range from pretty good to serviceable. I recommend this show for anyone that is into ambitious action shows, and also to Geendy Travoksky fans. I'd say that this show is a good start to hopefully something special that will stick around, and in so, I'm giving Unicorn Warriors Eternal a strong 8 out of 10, closer to a 9 than a 7. If you like what you see here, please like and subscribe, and look forward to more reviews coming soon. With that being said, let's end this video with a voice clip from Eldred that I absolutely found hilarious while editing this video.
She is Emma Fairfax, my fiancée, my life.
Not anymore.